It's your boy Card Perfect. Today we're going to be looking at the Orbit 5th edition playing cards. If you guys want to see this review, rest of my reviews, cardistry, magic, and all of my other great content, make sure to subscribe, ring the bell, give this video a thumbs up. Let's get into this review right now. Now today we're going to be looking at the Orbit 5th edition playing cards. Now this is on the same type of stock as the last deck I reviewed, the Midnight Knock stock. The same type of feel. On the front of it just says Orbit, with of course their circle and their mountains, with a white outer border. Both this side says 5th edition, and then this side says distributed by Orbit Brown and illustrated by Daniel Snyder and some other ad copy. The bottom has their Orbit logo, and then the back is the back design of the playing cards. It is a nice, pretty cool wraparound design, how you have this orange streak here that continues onto here, and the orange streak here unfortunately does not keep going onto the 5th edition because all of them are completely blank on all of each edition. The top of it just says 23, and the inside right here, just the inside of the tuck flap says, "The deeper you gaze into the cosmos, the harder it is to look back." And this is persist and endure. And then the Orbit deck, and then it has, on the inside tuck flap, has a rocket ship and a planet. Now, before we get to the actual cards, one other thing is this done this nice cool orange, but at the very bottom, like at the very, very bottom, it says something in there that says, "We are Orbit." I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that or not, but at the very bottom, so like on the other side of this, it says "We are Orbit," which I think is pretty cool to put that right there. So I'll set this off to the side and let's get into these cards. Now, the actual deck itself, it was done in this nice, cool, like blue greenish. It's like not quite a turquoise, definitely leans more toward blue. Has this really nice white circle, so when you like throw a card up in the air, the circle is not going to move on you, which is really cool for cardistry. And then the orange does bleed into the white border, which is like these shooting stars, and it's really cool, just shooting over the top of it, over the top of these mountains, and with all these stars over the top, and you have a little person on both sides for a two-way back design. And there are some orange shadows going over the top of these mountains. Now for the actual cards themselves, everything is a little bit off from the standard red, and all the shapes are going to be slightly off from Bicycle standard, but they are Arco standard. Sorry. So everything else is just standard for that. Then for the court cards, they have been customized. I'm not quite sure who everyone is, but they are the same as all the other Orbit decks. So these are all most of these are customs. That one's standard. These two, the Jack and King, are custom. That Jack's custom, but this Queen is standard. That King's standard. This one's custom. That one's custom. This is standard. Custom. Custom. Not custom, standard, and standard. So that is that for the courts. And they have been modified slightly color-wise, though you have a bunch of reds and blues and blacks, but that's going to be it color-wise. Then for the big three aces, the pips have been enlarged, so these are usually a little bit smaller on most decks, which is fun. Then you do have your duplicate jokers. Also says 23 here, just like the top of the box. You have your little orbit circle there, and these are duplicates. The other cool thing is it does say, it does pay homage to Bicycle with the, well, obviously with riding bicycles. You also get a double backer in this deck. You get a duplicate 8 of spades, and then you get your ace of spades with someone walking on the moon looking at Earth from far away inside of that ace. It says persist and endure, the Orbit deck, orbitbrown.com. And that is it for these cards. Now let me show you how they actually look and feel. So, get rid of these cards. Don't need those. Don't need the box. So spreading wise, let's show you what they look like. It does look really cool just because of this outer border and how it bleeds that. Gives you a nice look to that. Same for fanning. Definitely actually has even just this little shadow right here on the mountain right there. Does give a little bit more of that as well. Doesn't work quite as well when you do a fan this way. It still does work, just not quite as nicely. Honestly, they feel really nice in your hands. They feel really nice in your hands. Break these in. I have already broken these in already, but really they came out of the box pretty well broken in. Spring nice and beautiful. Fanning is just honestly really smooth. I'd say they are a little bit thicker than Bicycle. Not by much, but they are a little bit thicker. Definitely have still a good amount of snap to them though. Fairing from bottom to top still definitely works. Here's giant fan. That was very sloppy. Let's try that again. That's better. Yeah, so it still has that 2 ring for orange, so it looks really nice. Let's see bottom to top if that works as well as top to bottom if it works, the bottom to top. Yeah, top to bottom doesn't work quite as well. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, it still definitely works really beautifully. So let me know what you guys think of if you guys have had any other Orbit decks and which ones you guys have personally bought. So what did you think of the Orbit 5th editions? If you guys liked them, make sure to let me know what your pros and cons were down in the comments. And also let me know if you have bought any other Orbit decks. If you have, let me know which ones they are so I can know if I should buy them or not. Just give me a little quick preview of what you guys think of them. Are there any other decks you guys want me to get? Make sure to let me know down in the comments too. Thank you guys for watching. This is Card Perfect, signing off.